Alright, today we are doing a video that came to me randomly that I wanted to know how you guys felt about it and how the Smash community felt about it overall, considering that we've been discovering more and more that the new Steve tech, the PMLG, has been discovered to not be as useful as everybody has been advocating for it. I was interested in seeing if it was the correct decision and if it is still the correct decision to keep Steve banned or have Steve banned in general. Now, we all know there was a Steve bias. Everyone was looking for any excuse under the sun to get rid of Steve, and I just want to know if it's being justified with the tech not being as useful as everybody thought it was going to be, even though I thought it wasn't going to be that useful. Everybody is discovering now that it is not that great. People still don't even use the tech because it's so niche. There was no reason to really ban him outside of the fact that we found this tech and then all of a sudden we called for bans. Top players pushed the agenda that they wanted to ban him. They already wanted to ban Steve, and they admitted they definitely wanted to ban him before that anyway. This brought another issue that Kazuya is now being banned. These characters took their meta so long to develop just to make sure that they could be a character, and all of a sudden their punish game finally leveled out with their neutral, and now that people are seeing the potential of these characters, they want to ban them. Seeing Steve being banned really did push another ban onto Kazuya because we're just banning stuff we don't like at this point, and I don't think that it was justified to ban Steve when we know that the tech doesn't work. At what point do we decide that the ban is too much? That the game is dying faster than not having Steve players and Kazuya's, or not just having Steve in general, because this is sort of about that. But I think that having these bans is dangerous for the health of the game. I get that people are quote unquote banning these things because they want to be able to come back and enjoy their locals, but I'm telling you right now, those players that left, they left because they sucked, not because they were good, not because they were winning, not because of anything else. They just were developing animosity for the game in general, so there's no point in actually caring for the game because those players are just going to stop coming anyway. This level of bans, I think, affects local scenes. I think that affects, like, yeah, if you didn't have any Steves in your region, cool, like there's no reason for people to not go anyway, because some regions don't even have Steves, but they have Kazuyas, and it's crazy to me that you would ban characters just because you think it works. I don't think so. Something else I wanted to bring up is the fact that I don't think it should be a community-based decision. There's some communities that are just hosting polls in their discords or hosting polls on Twitter to ban characters in their region, and people can vote in those that aren't even involved in your region. They don't even go to your locals, they don't go to your tournaments, they don't go to your regionals, majors. Banning these things just ruins the game for a lot of people, especially when, you know, you're going to this tournament and you are a competitive person that plays a lot and you are going to win or try to win, like you're going to compete for that reason. And I think it's not right to actually have it be the community's hands. It should be in the TO's hands, the tournament organizers' hands, because a lot of the communities are just putting it up to a vote, and of course there's bias, so they're going to just ban it. It doesn't make sense to have a poll up if people are going to ban it anyway. I think that's something that needs to be looked at. If you're going to ban these characters, it needs to be at the discretion of the TO and not because you are being pressured by the community in your region or because you put a poll up and people voted yes to ban on these polls. The last thing I want to talk about is, does it stop here? Does it stop at Steve? Well, I mean, we already found out that it does not stop at Steve. It was going to be Kazuya too. Now what's next? It might be another few characters or maybe even one more, because people just will put it up to a vote, like I said earlier, which makes no sense. We should not be putting things up to a vote. It should be at TO discretion. But at the same time, if we start seeing a bunch of min-mins pop up because of these bans, or a bunch of Robs and Sonics pop up because of the bans, what are we going to do? Are we just going to keep banning stuff until we have like no characters left? Are we going to ban all the DLC just because people don't like them? It doesn't make sense to me. I think that we need to really look at what is going on in the community, because a lot of players, they're saying that we shouldn't be banning Kazuya, but it is happening in other regions now. It's happening in tournaments, and I don't think he's really ban worthy. A lot of people are coming into the comments saying, oh yeah, he is ban worthy, but he's not really ban worthy. People are just trying to ban him because they've had bad experiences or they can't fight against him. People don't like how he works, blah blah blah. The thing is that that's how it started with Steve. People were already waiting to ban Steve, and once this ban went through, that was it. Do you guys think these bans are justified even without the tech that Steve would use, because it's not even that useful? I don't think he deserves a ban if that's how it's going to go, and I'm not even a Steve player. I main DK and Mario. I don't really think that he warrants a ban. I don't think Kazuya warrants a ban either, even though they're really strong. Why don't you guys just play those characters? I don't understand. If you hate it so much, become the thing you hate. I get it, you don't want to do that, but if you think it's so easy, then win a tournament with them. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. This has been a video, and I'll see you next time, soldier. Make sure you like and subscribe. Goodbye.